rails in the sun. All right, we talked about the 2 lines of rails. What other 2 things did we find out about the area this side? Easy points to get. Oh, okay, good. The sun? And yes. Good, there's no shade. And what else? No trees. Now, no shade, I'm going to give you, we're going to go one more sentence to get the full-on impact of it. But what about trees? Anytime an author or a poet suggests there's no trees, there's no flower, there's no grass, what are they trying to indicate symbolically? Yes? Excellent job. Write that down. There's no life. Now, again, you don't always have to think about the baby, right? Good writing is complex, which means one image is going to stand and represent multiple things. Is there no life in her, no life in him, no life in their relationship, no life in society? What levels can we attach to this imagery here, okay? Now, the next one is where we're going to talk about the shade. Close against the side of the station, there was the warm shadow of the building. And I'm going to stop there. So, where is the warm shadow? Yes? No? Okay, and where are they? It's very important. No, they are not. They are outside, and we're about to talk about that in a second. It's on them, right? The only place that there is shade is where they are. All right. And it's a warm shadow. I want you to underline warm shadow. Look at the adjective, diction choice. Right there, your mind should go, beep, 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 beep. Diction. Why warm shadow? And I'm going to lead you there, okay? So first off, it's a hot day. And I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about the story. What is the purpose of this sun? That's my sun noise. Because I don't know how to like make ray noises. Like, why? Why is it hot? Why did Hemingway have a hot day?
It's like uncomfortable.
Okay, now give me the literary term. It's uncomfortable for the characters, so what does it provide?
Tension.
Right. The first one down, tension, and what does it boost? If you're uncomfortable, what does it boost? Kylie, you're going in the right direction? Not necessarily. Keep thinking. They're uncomfortable. Anytime characters are uncomfortable, they're going to have a, write it down, there we go, conflict. All right, so first, the setting is adding to the conflict here. It's increasing the tension between them and increasing the conflicts that's going on. Now, all right, stick with me here. Everybody good? All right, I'm going to jump up one more time. You ready for this? Now we're going deep. All right, we got the sun. Where does the sun exist? The sky. Where are they? What? Yes, they are on the ground. They're not floating. Person versus supernatural. Floating conversation. Where are they? And I'm leading you. Follow my breadcrumbs. They're in the shade. Why? What's the symbolic meaning behind having a really hot sunny day and having them in the shade? You had your hand just pop up for a second. I saw the twitch.
Because like they're in darkness, but like everybody else is not happy.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Right, first thing down, they're in darkness. They're in a dark place. All right, everybody got the darkness down, right? Okay, that's good. Now, it gets even deeper. Take out the shovel and start digging.
Where?
Down.
I'm thinking like maybe they're in like their own little.
Hold on to that. You're at the next part there. That doesn't come from the shade. You're going in the right direction, not safety. What are you doing? You're missing the key word. There's another word you want. When you're going in the shade, what are you trying to do from the sun? Not block. Kylie? Hide. Write this word down. They're hiding from the sun. Now, here we go. We're digging, right? Bring the bulldozer in. All right. What are they hiding from if they're hiding from the sun?
There's a problem.
No, hold on. No, well, yes, you are right. The darkness is them hiding from their problem, but there's something specific they're hiding from. No. Deeper. The sun is in the sky. What are they hiding from? No. No. You're going in the right direction. Come on, people. What's in the sky? What does the sky normally represent in literature that they're trying to hide from? Yeah. From? Yeah, say it louder. Yeah. The sky, the sun, what does it normally represent? Religious connotations. The sun, even in historical time periods, was typically the top tier of the gods. Here we have them in shade. What are they trying to do? They're having a conversation about abortion, and they're in the only shade they can find, indicating they're trying to hide from the sun, and thus hide from the religious aspects of it. Pretty cool, right? Now, gets even cool. Look, we're only, like sentence 2, 3? Watch what's next. Let me breathe a little bit after that. Get excited. And a curtain made of strings and bamboo beads hung across the open door into the bar to keep flies out. Minuscule detail? Don't need to talk about it? Somebody say, Mr. Flitch, we talk about everything in here. Yes.
Is it to keep their privacy?
You're going in the right direction. From? Because they're the only two people outside. So what is it separating them from? Kylie? Give me the bigger term for that. Other people in the world. We call them what? It's an S. Yep, write it down. They are hiding from society. So we have two. And notice how syntactically, how did he write the sentence? It's a compound sentence. What's the connecting word? What's the connecting word between the two clauses? And, right? Circle it. Now, again, this is what we're talking about. If the first half of it had to deal with hiding, and there's and, then statistically we're going to assume that the second half of the sentence is also going to deal with hiding. First half, hiding from religion. Second half, hiding from society. Now, 1. What is the historical societal connections that this shows us? Historical connections. Why does he have them outside separated from a curtain? Was that a twitch? An idea? No light bulb? Yes. Yes, at that time, write it down, at that time, abortion was not acceptable. Now, again, look at the language. Would it still be a great piece of literature if Hemingway came out and said, abortion was not accepted at this time? No, it sounds like a credit card commercial, right? It's too straightforward. Sensory, images, the language, they build it forth and make us think about it. Now, what's interesting about the curtain? What's interesting about this curtain? Yes. Oh, okay, good. Write it down. There's a drink. I don't want to hold that off until we get to that point later on, but do mark that down. What else? Yes, yes? Not in. Yes, write it down. Society can still see them. And if society can see them, what can society do? Somebody said the key word earlier. There you go. Judge them, right? Look at the and, the syntax of it. Carry the ideas across. What was the purpose of the curtain literally for the bar? Yes, yes? Okay. Now, stick with me here. Bear with me a little bit. Who is outside of the bar that shouldn't go into the bar? Oh. The what? And? Right, they're the flies. They're being kept out. What do flies do? They bug everyone. They're annoying, right? So what happens if these people are having this conversation on everyone else in society? It's a conflict for the rest of society. They don't want to hear it. So, separation. Let's keep those people out. Let's push those people out of society. Remember, societal conflicts is whenever a person, or in this case 2 people, have a problem with the laws, rules, and taboos of society. All right, we'll talk about that later on. All right. Woo! Big sentence here. The American and the girl with him. So much going on here. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? All right, write down. He's American and finish that thought. The girl is not. We can assume that if Hemingway wanted us to know she was American, he would have changed the diction, right? The American man and girl, or the American man and American girl. But he chooses the American and the girl. What else? You're going to see these minor details. All the details come into play. Yeah. That right there, 5 bonus points. That right there is AP level analysis of language. The man came first, and it says she was with him. This tells us something about the people's relationship, right? The couple's relationship through the language of his writing. Great pickup, sir. Great pickup. Now, what did that tell us about him?
That he's superior to her.
Write that down. Booyah! Superior. Now, 2 things come with that in a relationship. When you're superior, you have more what? Which makes you have more what? Give me some synonyms that go along with superior.
You like more power, so more influence.
No, you're close. Power's the first one. And influence, I want a little bit more specific.
More control.
There you go. Those are the 2 key words. And you're going to see these words pop up a lot. When you're dominant, you have the power. And when you have the power, you have the control. The girl with him. She's not even like an actual person there. She gets to exist because he's there. It shows us how invalued she is in the relationship. Okay? Now, additionally, diction. Proper nouns is the other thing you want to look for. American, capital A, girl, lowercase g. Again, showing he has the power and the control and the dominance through the word choice. All right, questions about that? Now, here's what's interesting. Let's get through the next sentence real quick, and then I'll go back to the interesting part. All right, they are at the table in the shade outside of the building. We covered that already. Next, it was very hot. So again, it being very hot, just to tell us that it adds. And? Good, write down. And the express from Barcelona would come in 40 minutes. Stop. Very important thing here. Express, meaning that it's going fast without stopping. There's no chance of getting off. An express is a beeline, although I don't really know why we call it beelines, because it's more of an eye line, but that's neither here nor there. It's a beeline straight to its destination, no stopping. So once you get on that train, there is no getting off. Connection to the content of their conversation? I'd say so. But what's really interesting is the 40 minutes. Star it, box it. 2 things are going to happen at the end of the 40 minutes. What's the literal thing that they're going to do at the end of the 40 minutes? Think about the setting. What are they going to do at the end of the 40 minutes? Get on a train. Point number 1. And by getting on a train, what's the second thing that's going to happen at the end of 40 minutes? They are making a decision. Very good. We have a time on this. Now, here's what's interesting. Did we leave out any words when we acted this? No, we didn't leave out any words, right? How long did it take us to read this? 6 minutes? 5 minutes, maybe? Well, where in HE double hockey sticks is the other 35 minutes coming from? There were no time gaps. It was all realistic dialogue. We read the narration. Where's the other 35 minutes? What did we miss? If I said, look, class, you're putting this on stage in Pittsburgh